Hey there guys, today we're going to be doing March testing. We're going to be testing the house system and everything that goes along with it, as well as the garage system and everything that goes with it. We'll be doing the garage fire alarm and emergency lighting, as well as the generator, as well as the house fire alarm system. So for today's video, I'm going to be starting off with the house system. We're going to set off the fire alarm system in the house, do a walk around, make sure all the devices work, and make sure that our alarm condition came up correctly and that the tie-in to the other systems worked, and get my notification, close the door, all the good stuff that the fire alarm system is supposed to do. We're going to do that in the house. I think for today, I want to set off a smoke detector in the house because it's been a little bit since we've done a smoky. I'm thinking we set off the upstairs corridor smoke detector. That's this guy in here. So we'll set this guy off and see if we can get the system to go off. Going to switch to 4K 60. Right now we're recording 4K 60 to hopefully capture it a little better. I did turn on pre-alarm on all of my devices. Pre-alarm goes on at 5. Full alarm is 8. So... Oh. Okay, that's full alarm. There is, got my notification. Okay, get in here then. Get in here then. Keeps barking. All 3 devices here are good. Hallway level 2. Our fire door let go. This is my bedroom here. See if we close the door. It's all good. Zone 2, level 2. All right, that's looking good. Now, before we reset, we can check that that gave a supervisory in the garage. So I hear it. Perfect. Head back in the house for a system reset. So it set off the devices. All our audibles visuals worked. Our fire door let go. I got my email and text message notification that one of the systems went into alarm. our HVAC shutdown and building B tie-in relay tripped to put the other building into supervisory, as well as to shut down our HVAC system. Zone enunciation and proper device identification all work correctly, so we can go for a system reset. I just got my notification that power is restored, meaning one of our systems is reset. I have a whole video showing how that worked. And we're just waiting for this to initialize, and then this relay will go back to its normal position, and the furnace will go back on shortly, and we'll be able to reset our fire door. There we go. Fire door will hold back open. All right, with that, we can now move on and do our garage fire alarm system. So we'll set off our garage building now. Let's pull a pull station. Back in 60 frames per second. Got another notification. Bathroom strobe is good. Main area strobe is good. Storage room strobe is good. We're gonna check on the house, make sure it went into supervisory, which it sure sounds like it did. Yep. Building B tie-in. Acknowledge that. And we won't need to come back here, but we have to finish checking devices on our garage system. We haven't walked through everything yet. Trying to get all the strobes to show up on camera at once, but you know how it is. That's pretty much hit or miss. This strobe at the front, our blue building enunciation strobe, is strobing as it should. This guy is good. This guy is good. So the tie into the house is good. All these devices out here are working as intended. There, I've switched back to 30 frames per second. I don't know, I like the look of 60, but lots of people don't. Let me know, would you like all my videos recorded in 60? Or stick to 30 and then just when I'm trying to capture strobes do 60? That's what I've been doing, is filming mostly in 30, like I am right now. And then if I'm trying to capture strobes, I switch to 60. But I don't know, 60 is nice and smooth, that's for sure. All right, one last thing to do on this system, and then we got to move on to the other life safety systems, such as backup power and emergency lighting. Let's set off the CO detection. We have a supervisory. CO detector. This guy will come back to life. There it goes. And then I'm just waiting for my text message and email saying power is restored. There it is. There's the email. Email always seems to come through first. All right, before we head on to do the emergency lighting, let's go ahead and do the generator first. Now, of course, I could just start the generator through the app on the phone. However, I would prefer to do a real power loss test so we get to know how long it takes to transfer and start, all that. I think usually it's around 22 seconds, which I could have that quicker if I didn't have a 10-second start delay. But I have a 10-second delay to start, and I've got some relays in there to give time delays to let the generator run for a few seconds without load on it. I could have it starting within about 8 seconds. However, I would prefer to be a little easier on stuff. Ends up giving a 10-second start delay. It takes 8 seconds to turn over the generator and start putting out power, and then I give another like 4 seconds to warm up, if that makes sense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this camera that I'm holding right now, as well as this camera here. It can film the transfer switch. So we can open this up so we can actually see in the transfer switch here. Alrighty, 3, 2, 1. Alrighty, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we are on generator power. You can see our emergency contactor is pulled in, our utility contactor is let go. This time delayed relay is powered up on emergency power. Got a few different relays in here. I got a whole bunch of videos explaining this system, how it works, how it's wired, all of that stuff. You can see our dampers are opening to allow fresh air into the generator building. And on the other side, our powered fan vent is running. It will open up a little more once the damper finishes open. Our indicator showing we're putting out power is running. So yeah, this emergency light there will stay running on its battery backup for about 15 minutes after a power outage. This keeps this whole building powered for all of lighting and all of your power. It powers the whole building. Keeps the heat pump running, as you can see too, so we still have heat and cooling in the summertime. It will also run our supplementary heat source. You can hear the generator came on a little harder there. Had to bump up the RPMs. This is an inverter generator, so it puts out very clean power that is completely harmless to electronics and does not flicker LED lighting any. And at nighttime, it keeps the yard nice and bright so I can still work out here. It will keep the light on the tower over there. It will also keep the light pole on back here. I just heard the generator ramp up a bit there, so I'm wondering if the hot water tank just kicked on. We can see how much power we're putting out. Okay, a little bit of power. Something's running. That might just be our heater though. It's also keeping this 250 watt light bulb on here for heat because it is somewhat cold out here today. Okay, we can go ahead and restore power at this point. I know I need to get a proper switch in here instead of pulling the fuse every time. That was something I'm trying to work on. I got some switches, but I couldn't fit them in here the way I intended. Okay, so that is our transfer back over to utility power. We give a few second delay to make sure utility power is stable before we transfer over, which we are now transferred back over to utility power. So the generator is now in its cool down period. That will run the generator for 2 minutes without any load on it to give the engine time to just run without load. If it's been running higher load, the RPMs will be up, but I leave the eco switch on, so it'll then kind of basically go down to an idle, the lowest it can run without load. So after 2 minutes, which at this point is probably like a minute left, this generator will shut down. Which, there you go. Generator is shut back down, and this damper is now closing back up to seal up the building. Okay, with the generator tested, hey, it looks like it's hailing. We can now test emergency lighting. So it is hailing. They kind of hurt. These are just little guys, probably only 1/4 inch at most, but you know what? The emergency lights in the other buildings can wait, because I don't want to walk over there and get pelted by the hail. It's not that bad. For this building, I think I just want to turn the power right off and really test everything, because I haven't done that in a little while, because it will always be just run generator. So that won't start the generator because the transfer switch is before that panel, so it doesn't see any difference. Been a while since we've done an actual test like this, so that's good. This exit sign emergency combo over the door is good. Our fire alarm panel is in AC fault, which is good. Good, it's keeping it going on these batteries. These batteries are pretty big. We can go in and see our battery voltage. Power. Battery 26.81 volts. That's good. I know our UPS is running up there. That's keeping this data switch going. That's all it's doing at this point. This emergency light up here is working. That emergency light back there is working. Our intrusion alarm is kept going on battery backup. You see we have a trouble. Never remember how you do it at star 2. Yeah, you see troubles. Our emergency light in here is working. We have a UPS back here, which is keeping the stereo going. You can see the stereo is still on, and the projector still has its orange light showing it's got power. Our little guy here from my in-ceiling speakers is going. That's its power supply. The subwoofer here is going, so that's keeping all that going. It doesn't keep the fridge going. This guy's getting a little old in battery actually, but this guy's still going good. Someday I gotta do the 30-minute test for 2024. I haven't done it yet. We'll look in here. Obviously we can see our access control is kept going on battery backup, which is great. So we don't have any light in here. We can see activity coming off the back of the security system, which we can see that from the front too. The security system is kept going. There's a UPS up there. I just dropped the phone on my head. There is a UPS up there keeping the security system going. And that guy's got its UPS there for the access control. So that's all good. We'll, still hailing. Oh, look at that. Beautiful out here now. This outdoor emergency light is going good. We'll check on the guy in the generator room. That's a really important one in case the generator ever has problems or you got to refill during a power outage with fuel. That is going. So that's good. We do have an emergency light in this shed here, which is pretty well pointless. I should probably just put it in the house somewhere better. I got so many extra emergency lights though. Might as well start putting them up in the house eventually. You can see this guy's working good. So yeah, that has all the emergency lighting for this building all good. So I think we can go ahead and put the power back on and see access control once again opened up. Alrighty. We can check on the emergency lighting in the house and these other buildings. Alright, this guy in here is all good. Okay, so I've only got 3 in the house to test. The upstairs is pretty much fine for emergency lighting because it's pretty open, but downstairs is more closed off. So I'd like to maybe someday put something in here where the fire panel is. Even this room here could kind of use something. I just don't know where I'd put it, just because it doesn't get a lot of light from that shed over there. The hallway is fine because it's got this one up here. I've got this combo here that I was going to put up in my room here on this old smoke detector box, or smoke alarm box, just for fun. Not because I need it, but just because. And then I was thinking maybe of putting something in this garage here. Put some up there on that wall. I don't know. We'll see. I got lots of ideas. I got the materials and stuff for it. It's just finding time to do it is the problem. I just remembered somebody's been wanting me to show lamp tests, so I finally remembered. There's lamp test on the ACM24AT and lamp test on the 320. Can also do lamp test on the Annunciator, but I gotta do that quickly. There you go. So that shows all the lamps are good, all the display is good, and it does do the piezo as well. Okay guys, that's going to be it for this video, and that does it for our March testing. We've tested all our fire alarm, emergency lighting, generator, all that good stuff. So that's going to be it for this one. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you do have any comments, questions, feel free to leave those down in the comment section. And if you do enjoy my channel, make sure to subscribe. Also, if you are interested, I do have an Instagram account at Pickle700 for some bonus content posted earlier than you'd see it on the YouTube channel, stuff like that. Alrighty guys, thanks for watching.